Good evening, everypony. We are getting romance after romance, and I am here for it. So let's begin this episode of FIM Fiction Roulette, a series where I go through the annals of FIM fiction, take a random story and a random chapter from within said story, if applicable, and read it aloud for all of you to hear. As I said in Baking with Rainbow Dash, I am more of a fan of the Twilight x Pinky ship, so you can imagine my excitement getting to read the first fanfiction in this series that contains this ship. Also, this is another fic with Pinky being the main character. From the fics I've read so far, it sure seems she's a popular character to delve into. I don't want to dilly-dally, this is a long story we're in for. As always, we'll start with the introduction and then head into our selected chapter. As there is only one, we will get the luxury of reading this story in its entirety. Without further ado, this is Pink-Mended Sparkles by Silk Rose. When a spell temporarily blinds Twilight, Pinky is left to care for her as they discover new feelings, which they try to express creatively. Thanks to 6D Pegasus for proofreading the first 1,000 words and writing a few paragraphs. Thanks to 4Color for proofreading. Thanks to Hyperstar for proofreading. And now onto the story. I turn away from the blinding light, staring at Pinky. "Twilight!" Pinky yells. I hit the floor hard. I see Pinky jump to me, kneeling to hold me. Her cries get farther and farther as I stare at her. I try to speak, but nothing comes out as my vision goes black. The last thing I remember is Pinky. I wake up, hearing the sound of a sterile heart rate monitor. I try to open my eyes and can't. I turn my head left and right. Why can't I see? "Twilight, you're awake," Pinky says. Pinky? Pinky, what happened? "You passed out on the floor. I carried you here as fast as I could." I'm in a hospital, right? Hopefully. "Yes." Why can't I see? "The doctors say the spell temporarily blinded you." How long is temporary? "They say it could be anywhere from days to weeks." Oh, great. As I lie there, I realize Pinky has been hugging me this entire time. I hug back. "Thank you." Pinky hugs me tighter. "You're welcome." How long have I been out? "A few hours." Did they say whether I'll stay here or if I can go home? "They said you can go home if some pony is there to help you. I volunteered." You didn't have to do that. "I wanted to. This is my fault after all." Pinky stops hugging me. Don't leave. I feel colder without her embrace. It was my fault. I should have been more prepared. Pinky doesn't respond. Pinky? "Yes?" "Can you hold my hoof?" Pinky leads me into my home, closing the door behind us. She takes me to the couch and I sit down. Pinky asks, "What do you want to do?" My stomach grumbles, giving me the answer. "Eat." "Gotcha. What do you want?" "Anything. I'm starving." "Okie dokie Loki. Just sit tight and Pinky will make you something delicious." I hear Pinky walk away to the kitchen as I am left alone with my thoughts. I'm glad Pinky didn't get blinded too. She doesn't deserve that. Well, at least this condition is temporary, and I have a good friend to help me through it. I'm going to have a lot of time to think. And no time to read. No reading. Maybe Pinky will read to me. She probably would, but I don't think she'd like reading my usual books. We could read fiction. I'll let her pick the book. She'll have to read it aloud after all. I get distracted by a smell from the kitchen. I can't quite tell what it is. I should walk to the kitchen. I am going to need to eat in there anyway. Plus, this could be a good test to see how I handle walking by myself. Yes, good idea, Twilight. I stand up with confidence. Ha, you got this. Then I immediately trip on my first step, face planting to the floor. Ow. I get back up, bruised ego and all. Let's try that again. I slowly walk, feeling my way with my hooves, trying to remember the layout of my treehouse. I bump a lamp. Oh, I know this lamp. I bought this last winter and put it on the bookshelf near my writing desk. That should mean the kitchen is to my right. I turn right and carefully walk forward, trailing my hoof on the wall to keep myself straight. Okay, if I remember right, the wall should end right about here. Just as predicted, my hoof no longer feels the wall. I reach back so my hoof hits the wall corner and slowly turn right until my hooves feel the floor change to the familiar kitchen tile. Now to find the table. I shuffle my way deeper into the kitchen. The table should be to my left. I walk forward a little more and turn left. Walking forward again, I crash into something. I panic and grab onto it, falling on top of it. Ah! I say in unison with the object I hit. I take a moment to settle down, releasing my death grip on whatever I landed on. I don't like being blind. Pinky? I call out as I lay my head on the object under me. This is really soft. What's it doing in the kitchen? Twilight, are you okay? My pillow asks. Pinky! I'm so sorry, Pinky. It's okay. Let's get you up and to the table. Come on, Pinky says before helping me to the table. Thank you. You gotta be careful, Twilight. I will. Pinky goes back to making food, as I can hear her making noise at the stove. What do you want to do after we eat? I was thinking maybe you could read me a book. Oh, that sounds fun. What book? I was thinking you could pick, since you are the one reading it. I'll be sure to pick something fun. I can't wait, I say as a smile forms on my lips. The first one since becoming temporarily blind. Do you want to lay down in the bed for it? It can be your bedtime story. I yawn and get my answer. Sure. Sounds cozy. Yay! What are you making? Pancakes. Sounds delicious. Yep. I sit quietly and think about my situation some more. Not much left in the day. Being in the hospital took up most of the day, and the accident took up most of my energy. So my current schedule is eat, listen to a story, sleep. That sounds good to me. I am about to continue my train of thought when something brushes against me, startling me immensely. Ah! I say as I turn to look at whatever it is, only to remember my inability to see. Pinky hugs me as my heart returns to my chest. Shh. Sorry. She hugs me a little tighter before letting go, saying, It's okay, nothing to apologize for. I turn my head and stare at where my hooves should be. How's the food coming along? Almost done, she says in a cheerful tone. Thank you. Anything for a friend. After a few moments of silence, I hear Pinky slide something onto the table in front of me. Feeling the heat emanate off it, I deduce it is the pancakes. Doing my best, I levitate the top pancake and take small bites slowly. This is delicious. I hear a stifled giggle as I poke myself in the cheek with the pancake for the third time in a row. Sighing, I set the pancake down and onto the plate and start eating like an earth pony. I finish my first pancake, then stop to compliment Pinky. These are really good, thank you. Aw, thank you. They're made with love. I smile at her. I can tell. I feel my cheeks heating up. What's that from? I go back to eating as I hear Pinky do the same. After finishing the rest of my pancakes, I yawn. I'm ready to lay down. How about you, Pinky? I'm ready to read you an amazingly awesome story. Let's go. I stand up with a smile before Pinky comes over to me and puts a hoof over my shoulder. She guides me into the other room and to the stairs. Taking it slow, we make it up the stairs, Pinky helping every step of the way. Pinky leads me to the bed before saying, Okay, get in bed, and I'll tuck you in nice and snug. I was about to protest, but the idea of being tucked in by a loving friend sounded kind of nice after what happened today. I simply nod before getting in bed. Pinky carefully pulls the blanket over me, then tucking it under my sides. There. Now to read you a super fun story. Do you have one picked out already? I don't, but I'll go find one. I'll be right back. I nod before I hear her trot away. Knowing Pinky, it will be a fun story. I smile as I think about my friend. She cares so much. She blames herself for my condition, but I take some of the blame. I can't let her think it's all her fault. I don't get time to think about it as Pinky returns with glee. I'm back! I try to match her energy and smile. Welcome back. I feel her sit down on the side of my bed. You sure are smiling a lot for a pony who just went blind. It's hard not to when the funnest pony in Equestria is your caretaker. Pinky asks with a ting of bashfulness. You really mean that? Yes. As I expected, a few seconds later I am wrapped in a tight hug, ruffling the blanket out of place. I return the hug, nuzzling her. As we hug, my stomach feels weird, all woozy, and I get this urge to hold the hug forever, not wanting to let go. I hold the hug a bit longer than normal, but eventually let go. That was weird. Pinky, without being asked, fixed my disheveled blanket, retucking it under my sides. I can't help but smile even wider from how much she cares. Thank you. You're welcome, Twilight. What book did you pick out? I couldn't find a book that I wanted to read, so I decided to make you my own bedtime story. It's a really short one since you look so tired. I hope that's okay. Yes, Pinky, that's all right. Sounds exciting. Ready to begin? Yes. Once upon a time, there were these two mares. They were the bestest of friends. Were they an earth pony and a unicorn? I asked expectantly. No, actually. They were a Pegasus and a unicorn. Oh, sorry for interrupting. It's okay. You can stop me anytime to ask questions. Okay. The Pegasus was named Twister, and the unicorn was named... Parchment? Yes, Parchment. Good name, Twilight. Thank you, I say with a smile. Twister and Parchment were the best of friends. They spent so much time together. Sounds like us. After being friends for a super long time, Twister started feeling different around Parchment. How so? At first it was subtle, not wanting to let go of hugs, getting this weird feeling in her stomach. She had no idea what to do. Hey, that's how I felt a few minutes ago. Eventually, Twister figured it out. She had a crush on Parchment. She did. Yes. What did she do about it? At first, she didn't know what to do. She didn't know how Parchment would react if she asked her out, so she kept quiet while her feelings grew more and more. Did she eventually ask her out? Once her feelings were so strong she couldn't ignore them, so she tried to ask her out. What happened next? She was unable to do it. She tried over and over, but was unable to get the words out, despite being a very outgoing and excited pony. This one thing she couldn't seem to share. How did she overcome this? She didn't. Eventually, Parchment started to fall for Twister, and she asked her out before Twister was able to. She said yes, right? Yes. What happened next? They kissed. So they got their happy ending. Yes. How'd you like this story? I really liked it. You are creative. Aw, thank you. I yawn before I can say anything. Pinky asks, you need anything before bed? You're sleeping in my guest bed over there. I ask as I point in the direction of where it should be. Yes, if you need anything, I'll be right there. Just yell, wake me up. Okay. Thank you. Good night, Pinky. Good night, Twilight, Pinky says before I feel her gently hug me. I hear her trot over to the bed and lay down. I turn over and do my best to fall asleep. As I lie there right before falling asleep, I only have one question on my mind. Do I have a crush on Pinky? Twilight! I'm awoken by some pony calling my name. I lift my head up to look around only to remember my condition. Pinky? I ask. I hear Pinky murmur, Twilight, please forgive me. For what? Twilight! Pinky, are you okay? Forgive me. What is going on? Pinky, are you awake? Sorry. She has to be asleep. I should go over to her, right? I hear a muffled sob. Yes, I should. Remembering what happened earlier, I take the walk to the guest bed at a snail's pace. Inching forward every few seconds, I map where I should be and eventually make it to her bed. Using my front hooves, I feel for where Pinky is. I find her in the middle of the bed, half uncovered by the blanket. Feeling around her, I feel a wet spot near her head. She's been crying. I try to gently wake her, rocking her side to side. It doesn't work, and she just murmurs my name. Twilight. I slowly get on the bed to make it easier to handle. Pinky? Twilight, I'm sorry. I try to poke her chest with my hoof. Twilight. What? You... Laying on her bed beside Pinky, I start to shiver. When did it get so cold? I feel over Pinky and pull the blanket over us. What should I do now? She's not waking up. Is she having a nightmare? Maybe I can comfort her somehow. I pull Pinky into a tight embrace, gently rubbing her back. Pinky's murmurs change, from a somber tone to a hopeful tone. Twilight, Pinky whispers before curling into my embrace, pushing her head into my chest. Shh, everything is okay, Pinky. You have nothing to forgive. This seems to dispel her dream's fear, and she nuzzles my leg. I yawn and decide just to sleep here. Guess I'm sleeping with Pinky now. I like being close to her. I just wish it were under better circumstances. I'm glad I was able to help. I nuzzle the top of Pinky's head. Good night, Pinky. Good... Pinky tries in her sleep. I giggle and try again. Good night, Twister. I smile as I hold Pinky, drifting off to sleep soon after. I wake up with a very tingly face. I try to wipe my face with a hoof, but both my hooves are trapped. One is underneath Pinky, while the other is wrapped around her, where she is holding it to her chest. Must be her mane in my face. I squeeze her as I call her name. Pinky? Pinky rustles a bit, but doesn't wake up. I do it again, and this time I hear her wake up. Twilight? Yes, Pinky. I had a nightmare. I know. I did my best to help. I'm sorry you had to do that. Oh, it's all right. I was getting lonely in my bed anyway. Are you sure? Yes, you're a nice pony to hold. Thank you. Pinky turns over to face me. What was that nightmare about? You kept apologizing and asking for forgiveness. It's my fault you are like this. I was the one who asked you to cast that dangerous spell. But I was the one who agreed to cast it. I'd take some blame too. It wouldn't have happened if I hadn't asked. You did, and I said yes. I knew the risks before Hoof. It's both our faults, okay? Okay. Whose fault was it? Both of ours. Thank you. Thank you, Twilight. I pull her close and hold her tight. I love you, Pinky. You are such a great friend. Pinky nuzzles me. I love you too, Twilight. I whisper to her. I'd rather go permanently blind than lose you as a friend. Pinky hides her face in my chest before I start to feel a wetness on my chest. She whispers, I love you so much. We lay there together for some time until Pinky pulls her face back from my chest. Pinky asks, What do you want for breakfast? I think a moment before saying, How about waffles? Sounds delicious. Pinky says before untangling herself from me. Let's go downstairs and I'll make them for us. Okay. I sit up and stretch my legs. Pinky helps me out of bed and down the steps. We get to the kitchen, and she leads me to the table where I sit down. I hear Pinky start to make the food as I drift off into thought. Do I have a crush on Pinkie Pie? How do I tell? I liked being close to her last night and this morning. I did have that funny feeling Pinky described in her story. If it is love, is it true? Or because she's the one who saved me? Oh, this is hard. Should I talk to her about it? Should I talk to another pony about it? Ah, that's it. I can talk to Rarity. She knows a lot about romance. I'll ask Pinky to go get her after we eat. I was about to ask Pinky about getting Rarity when a memory from last night derails my train of thought. I nuzzle the top of Pinky's head. Good night, Pinky. Good... Pinky tries in her sleep. I giggle and try again. Good night, Twister. What was Pinky's story alluding to? The way she describes the characters, it did sound like us. Is Pinky scared to ask me out? I guess it's another thing I can ask Rarity about. She'll know what to do. Pinky? Yes? After breakfast, could you please go get Rarity for me? I need to talk to her. Absolutely. Thanks. How's the waffles going? Going great. They'll be done in a minute. As promised, a minute later, Pinky slid a plate in front of me. I lean down and feel the heat radiating off the food. Better wait a minute to eat. I hear Pinky sit down with her plate. Twilight? Yes? I just wanted to say thank you again. My nightmare went away after you started holding me. I slept so much better after that. I'm glad it helped. I never want you to feel like that. Thank you, Pinky says in a cheerful voice. Holding you actually made me sleep better too, I say with a smile. Aw, thank you. Let me know how you like the waffles. I made them with extra love. Will do. Leaning down, I can feel the lessened heat and decide they are good to eat now. I eat the waffles like I did the pancakes. These are really good too. We eat and finish our food without incident. Those were awesome, I exclaim. Yay! Thank you for helping me out. I don't think I'd be eating as good if it were any pony else. We share a chuckle before Pinky speaks up. Want me to go get Rarity now? Do you want help going to the couch? Yes and yes. Pinky helps me to the couch before saying, I'll be back with our friend, and don't get hurt while I'm gone. I giggle. I'll try not to. Pinky leaves for Carousel Boutique, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I decide to think about Pinky starting with her looks. Pinky is pretty. Am I attracted to her? The last image I saw before going blind flashes in my mind. Pinky staring at me, worry overtaking every facet of her face. Even when worried, she still looks beautiful. I can feel my face heating up. Am I blushing? Maybe I am attracted to her. I want to see her face again. But I can't. Not until my eyes are healed. I think about how she makes me feel. I really didn't want to let go of that hug last night. What if she felt the same? Maybe Rarity will have some insight. When I held her last night as we slept, I really enjoyed that. I think she did too, from the way she acted when we woke up. But what if that was just because I got rid of her nightmare? Mare, romance is hard. I decide to wait until Rarity's here so I can talk to her about it all. Moments later, I hear the front door open. Hello, darling, I hear Rarity say. Hi, Rarity, I reply. Hi, Twilight, I'm back, Pinky says. Pinky, I need to talk to Rarity in private. Can you wait outside for a few minutes? Sorry. It's okay, sure. I hear Pinky trot outside before closing the door. What's going on, darling? Rarity asks, concerned. I explain everything to Rarity. My changed feelings, Pinky's story, Pinky's nightmare, me helping with the nightmare, Pinky's guilt, holding Pinky and sleeping. I end by asking, do you think I have a crush on Pinky? Do you think she has a crush on me? Telling if you have a crush should be easy. Pinky, on the other hand, might be harder. How will mine be easy? I believe a simple test would do. You need to hug me and Pinky and compare how you felt for both hugs. What do you think? Rarity, that's genius. Thank you, darling. What about Pinky? How do I know if she likes me? Well, I think she does have a crush on you. You could try to get a more concrete answer. How? Is Pinky going to read you another bedtime story? I don't know. I was hoping she would. Why don't you tell the story this time? What for? Tell a story using the same characters, but this time have it be about Parchment having trouble figuring out if Twister likes her back. How will that help? When Pinky told her story, you helped some, yes? Yes. This time, Pinky will help you. How is that going to help? I'm not following. These characters are stand-ins for you and Pinky, right? I don't know. I know we used those names right as we fell asleep last night, but I didn't think much of it then. Well, I think they are, and I think it will help you figure all this out. Use the characters to express your feelings and gauge how the other one feels. Okay, but how do I gauge how she feels? Read into how she helps your story in the answers. If you think it will work, okay. Time to hug, darling. Okay, thank you, Rarity. You're most welcome. Rarity hugs me and I hug back. I concentrate on how I feel. Feels like a nice hug from a loving friend. After the hug, Rarity calls out, Twister, Parchment here needs a hug. I start to blush as I hear the door open. I'm on it, I hear Pinky says seconds before I'm wrapped in a big hug. I concentrate on Pinky's hug. Feels different, more close. I love it. I don't want to let go again. My stomach feels weird again. Pinky lets go as I hold on for a few more seconds, the realization hitting me. I have a crush on Pinky. Thank you, Rarity. You're welcome. I'll see you two later. Bye, darlings, and good luck to the both of you. Goodbye, Rarity, Pinky says. Goodbye, I say. A few moments later, I hear the door close behind her. What do you want to do now? Pinky asks. Hug you again. I climb into bed, excited and nervous to figure out how Pinky feels about me. Pinky. Yes, Twilight? Can I tell you a story tonight? Oh, absolutely. That sounds so fun. Is it okay to use the same characters from your story? Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. Here goes nothing. Parchment thinks she has a crush on Twister, but she doesn't know how to tell if Twister likes her back. Ooh, sounds interesting. Parchment decides to... I deliberately hang to get Pinky to help. Hug Twister a lot? That sounds like us. Yes, Parchment loves hugs, especially from Twister. I bet Twister loves to give hugs. Yes, she does. What happens next? Parchment kept holding their hugs for a little longer than normally, but didn't know how to gauge Twister's feelings. What do you think Parchment should do? I have no idea if this will work. Hopefully Rarity is right. I think she should do something small that shows she's interested in Twister romantically. Like what exactly? Maybe she could give her a small kiss on the cheek. Maybe I should kiss Pinky on the cheek? What if she is too scared to do that? That's how Twister was in my story. She wanted to show her feelings but was too afraid to make a move. Do you think Parchment should make the first move even if she is afraid to do so? I think she should. But that's what I would say to Twister too. Sounds like romance could be difficult sometimes. Twister would agree. So would Parchment. What does Parchment end up doing? I have to kiss Pinky's cheek, right? I think she takes the plunge, for both of them. She kisses Twister on the cheek, scared to death. What would Twister do then? I think Twister would be shocked, but really happy. I think she would want to kiss Parchment on the lips. I think Parchment would like that. What do they do after they kiss? I think they live happily ever after, I would hope. What if Twister didn't like them back? And didn't like the kiss on the cheek? I think Twister would like it. I'm just curious. They would have to talk about it, I think. I don't think they would need to. I think they both like each other. I think so too. A silence took over the room for a few seconds before I asked. I'm ready to sleep. You? Yes, Pinky says before she tucks me in sweetly. Pinky? Yes, Twilight? Can you sleep in my bed? I would rather not be alone. Yes. Pinky slides under the covers, laying beside me. I act like I'm readjusting and slide closer to her. We both get comfortable, then lay in silence for a moment. In the quietest voice I've ever heard from Pinky, I hear, Do you want me to hold you? You know, make up for you having to hold me last night? I take a second to reply, eventually saying, Yes, so we're even. Pinky wraps her hooves around me, holding me tight. I smile in her embrace, happy to be held. I whisper, Good night, Twister. Pinky whispers back, Good night, Parchment. Do the names mean we both like each other? Should I kiss her cheek now? Can I kiss her cheek now? Maybe I should wait until tomorrow. I wouldn't want to ruin this moment if she didn't like it. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I wake up in the middle of the night, still holding Twilight. Opening my eyes, I see Twilight's mane. I nuzzle her mane before sighing. I quietly lament to myself, why can't I just tell you how I feel? It sure seems like you like me, but how do I know for sure? Maybe tomorrow I can try to kiss your cheek. Yeah, I can do that, I hope. As I lay there, an idea comes to me. Maybe I could practice by kissing her cheek when she is asleep. Yeah, that'll make it easier tomorrow. Moving carefully, I slowly lean over Twilight. I plant a small kiss on her cheek, lasting a few seconds. I love you, Parchment. Laying back down, I gently squeeze Twilight. Good night, my love. I wake up in the middle of the night. Pinky's hooves still gently wrapped around me. Pinky? No response. I feel Pinky's hot breath on the back of my neck. What do? I ponder to myself. I'm supposed to kiss your cheek tomorrow, but what if I chicken out? You mean so much to me. I'm terrified if you say no, it will ruin our friendship. I turn over slowly and face Pinky. What should I do, Pinky? Do you think I should kiss you? Pinky didn't respond, only twitching slightly. As Pinky's breath hits my face, I notice my cheek has a funny feeling to it. Maybe I can kiss her cheek now as practice. I decide to do it. I use Pinky breath to gauge where her cheek is and press my lips gently to her fur. I love this. As I pull away from the kiss, my eyes start to water. I love you, Twister. I wrap my hooves around Pinky and pull her into a tight embrace. Dear Celestia, I hope she says yes. Good night, my love. Waking up, I feel my pillows slowly rising and falling. I try to stretch my legs, but I realize I'm holding Pinky. I nuzzle whatever part of Pinky my head is laying on, before giving up and just laying there. I whisper, I love you, before gently tightening my hold on Pinky. I wish I could see you right now. After a few moments of silence, I hear Pinky yawn. Pinky? Yes, Twilight? Do you think I'll be able to see today? She wraps her hooves around me. I don't know. Something feels off. What's wrong? I'm sorry. For what? I don't want this to end. I've had so much fun being close to you. I didn't realize it might be ending soon. That sounds like she likes me, right? Pinky, I don't have to be blind for us to be close. One of us just needs to make the first move. Pinky holds me tighter. You don't? I nuzzle her chest. No. Thank you, Parchment. You're welcome, Twister. We share a giggle before a moment of silence as we just exist together. Twilight, what do you think she would think of me? Who? Parchment. I take a moment to think about it. She would think very highly of you. She would applaud the amount of work you do for your friends. She also thinks you are beautiful and she loves your parties. I feel my cheeks heating up again. Thank you, Twilight. You're welcome. After a moment of silence, Pinky speaks. Twister would think you are super smart. She would say you can do anything you put your mind to. And she would say you are super duper pretty and she loves to hug you. Thanks, Pinky. Pinky nuzzles the top of my head. What do you want for breakfast, Parchment? Surprise me, Twister. With that, Pinky got out of bed before helping me up. She leads me downstairs and to the table, where I once again sit with my thoughts. There is no denying it now. We both like each other. We have to, after all that. Right? Yes, I know I like her, from the way she makes me feel. And from the way she speaks and acts, it really feels like she likes me. So today, I have to kiss her on the cheek. Being blind will make that harder. Unless I do it when we hug. That will make it easier. When should I do it? Should I do it after our hug, or wait until tonight and do it before going to bed? I think tonight will be the best. Definitely not procrastinating. I want this blindness to be gone so I can see her pretty face. Maybe it will be tonight. American dream. I wonder what story Pinky will tell tonight. I know it will be fun. Pinky startles me out of my thoughts. Breakfast is served. I shake my head before asking. What is it? Special pancakes. Oh, I love your pancakes. What makes them special? You'll see. I lean down to locate my food from its heat signature. Taking a bite from the top pancake, I realize it's not round. What shape is it? I eat the pancakes, taking a bite from a different starting location for each. Aha! It's a heart. The realization hits me as my cheek begins to blush. Thank you, Pinky. They were delicious. You're welcome. What do you want to do today? Let's go for a walk. I could use some fresh air. Okay. Getting up from the table, I wait for Pinky to come help me outside. We make it outside, and Pinky asks, Where do you want to go? Let's go to Fluttershy's. Okay, sounds fun. Pinky, I'm going to follow beside you, holding you with my wing. That way we can travel at a faster pace than we have been doing while inside. Okay, I won't lead you astray. I wrap a wing over her back and hold her close. She begins to walk, as I follow as best I can. As we walk, the realization of how close we are and how in public we are hits me. I lower my head as I blush intensely. Twilight, are you okay? Am I going too fast? I'm fine, just concentrating on walking. That's technically not a lie. It is difficult to walk by wing alone. If you need to take a break, just say so. I could even carry you if you get tired. I giggle at the idea. I'm fine for now. Thank you, though. We walk for a while in silence as I get used to this new way of walking. I break the silence. Do you think we could have a tea party with Fluttershy? Oh, that sounds fun and relaxing. I hope we can. Me too. Is that why you wanted to go to Fluttershy's? That, and it would give my legs a good workout after being inside all this time. Good idea, Twilight. Thank you. We walk for a bit longer, and I can feel it in my legs. I'm going to need to sit down when we get there. Pinky breaks the silence. If Twister and Parchment do get together, what would their friends say? I think they would be happy for them, don't you? Yeah, I agree. You said Twister was scared to ask Parchment out. Yes, why? So are you saying Twister does like Parchment romantically? Yes. Well, I am saying Parchment does like Twister back romantically. Oh. We walk the rest of the trip in silence, no doubt Pinky's mind racing the whole way. Mine too, actually. We knock on Fluttershy's door as I breathe heavy, my legs on fire. Being injured takes a lot of energy. I need a break. Hello, girls. Would you like to come in? Yes, please, Pinky says politely. Pinky leads me inside and over to the couch. Sit down and rest. You look tired. I sit down and immediately feel relieved. Maybe I should take a nap. I don't know if I can attend a tea party in this state. Fluttershy, can we have a tea party here? We wanted to relax with you and have a good time. Sure, sounds nice, but I might need help getting it all set up. I lay down as my tiredness overtakes me. Thank you. Can I take a nap while you two set it up? I'm not much help while I'm blind anyway. I yawn before I hear Fluttershy and Pinky say yes. I'm so exhausted from the walk I fall asleep before saying goodnight. I wake up feeling energized and warm. Somebody had wrapped a blanket around me while I was asleep. I call out to them. Pinky? Fluttershy? Fluttershy replies. I'm here. Pinky went into town to get tea. I was out. Fluttershy might have some advice for me. Can we talk? Sure. What's up? I explain everything to her like I did with Rarity. Everything that happened since then. Our sleeping arrangements, heart pancakes, using the nicknames, my plans to kiss her on the cheek. My plans to kiss her cheek. Oh, are you going to ask her out? I want to, but a part of me is terrified that if I'm wrong, it will ruin our friendship. If it helps, I think she likes you back. Thanks. That's what Rarity said too. When are you going to kiss her cheek? I was planning to do it tonight, after she tells me a bedtime story. I believe in you. Fluttershy hugs me gently. Thanks. I hug back. Twilight? Yes? Your mane is a mess. Do you want me to brush it? I take a second to answer, feeling a blush coming over me. I reply sheepishly. Can you ask Pinky to do it when she gets back? Sure, she should be back soon. True to Fluttershy's word, Pinky returned a few minutes later, closing the door behind her. Fluttershy and I welcomed her back. She hugs me before I presume hugging Fluttershy. Fluttershy speaks up. Pinky, could you brush Twilight's mane? It looks a mess. Sure. Here's the tea you asked for. Thank you. I'll start on the tea while you help her. I sit up on the couch and wrap the blanket around myself. I feel Pinky get on the couch beside me. I turn my back to her so she can brush my mane. She starts to brush it as I hear her humming a tune. Thank you, I say as I try not to focus on the blush that just took up residence on my face. I focus on her humming as I get lost in thought, unconsciously swaying to her music. I love this. I love her. I have to do it tonight. I must kiss her. I must know. All three of us think she likes me back. We have to be right. For me. For my heart. Twilight? Thinking about kissing her cheek last night makes me blush more. Twilight? It feels so nice. I'm startled out of my thoughts as I feel Pinky wrap her hose around me, hugging me from behind. Ah, sorry. It's fine. I'm done brushing your mane. Thank you. What do you want to do until the tea's done? I think for a moment before saying this. I push backwards, leaning on Pinky until we fall back. I land on her chest, laying my head on her. Pinky wraps her hooves around me, holding me. I lay there listening to her heartbeat. I whisper, I love you. Pinky whispers back, I love you. I nuzzle her chest, and Pinky nuzzles the top of my head in response. We lay there in silence as I'm about to fall asleep on Pinky. Fluttershy speaks. Am I interrupting something? No, Pinky and I say in unison, myself a little more bashful than her. The tea is ready. Pinky helps me up off her and leads me to the kitchen. Fluttershy says, I put a straw in your tea, Twilight. Thank you. I lean down and find the straw before testing the temperature of the tea. I drink the whole cup as I realize how thirsty I am. That was delicious. Could I have another? I'm rather thirsty. Certainly. How has the recovery been going? Fluttershy says before I hear her pouring me another cup. I turn to where Pinky should be and smile. It's going good. I've got a wonderful caretaker who makes everything fun. I turn back to where Fluttershy should be. I just wish I could see again already. Pinky hugs me. I hug her back. Sounds like you're making the best of it. I nod in response before drinking more tea. Pinky, how's it been being a caretaker? Learn anything new about Twilight you didn't know before? I hear Pinky set her teacup down. It's fun, but also hard. I try my best, but it's hard when some pony relies on you for everything. But when you see how much it helps them, and how much it makes them smile, it makes it all worth it. I smile wide at her answer. Such a good friend. Pinky continues. And I learned she is good at cuddling. My cheeks blush in response. You too? Fluttershy says, Wow, sounds like this has been a bonding experience for you two. I nod and Pinky says, Yes. I take another sip of my tea. How's your day been, Fluttershy? It's going good, especially now that you girls are here. I'm glad we could brighten your day. Thanks for the tea. Pinky agrees. I finish my second cup and ask for a third. Of course, Fluttershy says before refilling my cup. The table goes quiet and I slowly drink my third cup as I drift into thought. This is nice. I love my friends. I want to see them, though, especially Pinky. I want to see her reaction when I kiss her cheek. Twilight. I want to stare into her beautiful blue eyes as we kiss. Twilight. Fluttershy tries again, this time getting my attention. Sorry, what's up? Would you like another cup of tea? Oh, no, I think I'm good. Thank you. Okay. I turn towards Pinky. I think I'm ready to go home. I need to kiss her cheek, and it needs to be soon. Pinky says, Okay. I feel both ponies envelop me in a loving group hug. I hug back. I love you, girls. We love you too, they say together. After the hug, Pinky helps me down and leads me to the door, my legs feeling wobbly the whole way. We exchange goodbyes and leave Fluttershy's cottage. Pinky, we have to go slower this time. My legs are still sore. Okay, you just say the word, and I'll carry you home on my back. I nod before wrapping a wing over her back. We set off for home, slowly. We make it a good trot down the road before Pinky breaks the silence. Twilight? Yes. What's going to happen when you can see again? I don't really know. Do you? I don't know either. I just want us to stay close. I have an idea that might do that, but it's for later. Okay. We walk a few minutes in silence until I reassure Pinky. Pinky, I love you. No matter what happens, I will love you, and you will always be my best friend. Pinky stops and hugs me tight. I will always love you too. We start walking again, and I sigh before stopping. I can't go any farther. My legs are shot. Let me help. Pinky helps me climb on her back. I wrap my hooves around her, holding her tight as I lay my head on hers. Thank you. You're welcome. Pinky begins to walk as my face blushes more than I've ever felt before. I bury my face in her mane. I love Pinky. I love her so much. I yawn before nuzzling her mane. Getting comfortable, I fall asleep on Pinky's back, using Pinky's mane as the softest of pillows. As I carry Twilight through town on my back, I can't help but hear her light snoring above my head. She can sleep anywhere. Wow! I guess it's a good thing. She needs to recover. Maybe with all this rest, she'll be able to see tonight. I hope whatever Twilight has planned works. I don't want to stop being close with her. I've got to kiss her cheek tonight, whether Twilight can see or not. I've got to show her how I feel. She wants to see again, and I hope she gets her wish, by tonight if possible. I switch thoughts, thinking about our tea party now. Twilight sure was blushing a lot at our tea party. She looked so cute. I was blushing too, especially when she was laying on me before the tea party. Twilight will be able to see my blushes after she can see again. I guess it won't matter after tonight. Making it the rest of the way to Twilight's, I gently bring her upstairs and set her down on her bed. I get in bed beside her and pull her close. I'm tired from carrying you so far. I hold Twilight and nuzzle her mane. Good night, Parchment. I wake up and realize I'm no longer on Pinky's back. Instead, Pinky is holding me. Feeling around, I realize I'm in my bed. Pinky must have put me in bed and went to bed herself. I whisper to her, "Thank you, Pinky, for being such an amazing and cute friend." I pull one of her hooves from holding me and hold it to my chest. I love you, Twister. I kiss her hoof that I'm holding. Pinky giggles in her sleep. I kiss her hoof again, this time leaving my lips pressed to it for a few seconds. Pinky stirs from her sleep with a few more giggles. I freeze in place, holding Pinky's hoof. Pinky yawns. Twilight? I yawn in response. Pinky? Pinky pulls her hoof away and wraps it back around me. How did you sleep, beautiful? Pinky called me beautiful. My cheeks blush. I make no effort to hide it. I slept good. You make a pretty cozy bed, and your mane is an amazing pillow. How did you sleep, cutie? It was nice. How could it not be, holding such a pretty pony in my hooves? My blush intensifies greatly. Is this real? Are we flirting? I smile. I know we did it in the wrong order, but I think, I poke her chest as best I can, a certain hot pink mare owes me a bedtime story. My blush feels like it's overtaken my face. I just called Pinky hot. Okay, Parchment. You ready for the best story yet? This one is based off a true story. I can't wait, Twister. We both giggle together. This story is about two bestest friends, Twilight Sparkle and Pinkie Pie. Yes, they were, an alicorn and an earth pony. Yes, you're good at this, Parchment. I giggle and scoot closer to her. Pinkie started noticing she felt different around Twilight. She got this weird feeling when they hugged. And wanted to hold the hug forever, right? Yes. What did Pinkie do? She tried to confess her love, but despite being a very extroverted pony, she was unable to get the words out. She had to do something. Pinkie's tone changes, now somber. She made a mistake. She asked Twilight to cast a spell, thinking it would help her be able to confess. Oh. Pinkie had Twilight cast the spell, leading to Twilight passing out on the floor. I don't say anything, as I can hear the tears in Pinkie's voice. Pinkie had never run so fast, doing her best to get Twilight help. She cried the entire way to the hospital, terrified of what she had done. I wrap my hooves around her and pull her close, nuzzling her tears away. It's okay. Pinkie holds me tighter and continues her tale. Thankfully, it was not the end of the world. Twilight had only been temporarily blinded, and with Pinky to take care of her, could go home that day for recovery. I try to bring in some positivity. They had a lot of fun together. Pinky's cheerful tone comes back. They did. The next 3 days were the most fun Pinky had while being the most responsible she had ever been. Twilight also had a lot of fun, and she discovered something over those 3 days. What was it? She discovered feelings for Pinky that she didn't know how to deal with. What did she do about them? She talked to her friends, trying to figure out if she liked Pinky, and if Pinky liked her back. What did she find out? She found out that she likes Pinky. Did she tell Pinky about her feelings? Well, it's complicated. She wanted to, but had a lot of trouble, just like Pinky. So both Twilight and Pinky like each other, but both of them are having trouble telling the other. Yes, sounds silly, doesn't it? Sounds like us. After a moment of silence, Pinky grabs my hoof and kisses it. I love you, Parchment. I giggle. I love you, Twister. Pinky kisses my hoof a second time, this time holding it for a few seconds. I giggle a bunch at this, then say, I want a hug. Pinky pulls me close and hugs me tightly. I hug back, squeezing her gently. Close your eyes. Okay. It's time. After the hug, as I pull away, I turn my head slightly and press forward with my lips, ready to kiss her cheek. My lips don't contact with Pinky's soft fur. Instead, they press firmly into Pinky's own lips. Pinky was going to kiss my cheek. I need to see her. I use my magic to slowly unwind the bandages covering my eyes. After getting them all removed, I open my eyes, revealing Pinky, opening her eyes in sync. We stare deeply into each other's eyes, hooves tightly bound to the other. We hold the kiss for an eternity as tears of joy flow freely from both our eyes. Eventually we break the kiss, both of us smiling wide, goofy smiles. I speak up. I love you, Twister. I love you, Parchment. Man, that had me blushing. Woof! The whole Twister and Parchment thing was incredibly cheesy, and I absolutely adored it. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. And all the little things and flirtations back and forth. This was just too good. The only thing I wish for would be more after they became a couple. That's the only thing. Well, also they said thank you and you're welcome a ton. So maybe a little change up would be nice, like oh, I appreciated that, or anything for you, just something to change it up a bit. I don't know if it would be considered a cliche of someone being disabled, needing help for a time, and a romance spawns from that closeness, but regardless, it is an enthralling premise that was executed perfectly. I find it much more difficult to review fics I like rather than ones I don't. Even though this story might be one of my most favorite stories I've ever read, I feel like I'm almost at a loss for words. Everything about this story felt so wonderful and sweet and lovingly made. Even though I knew in my heart that they would get together at the end, I felt myself at the edge of my seat in anticipation and hope that their love would blossom. Even if it's not for a YouTube video, I will most definitely be reading more of Silk Rose's stories. My question for you, my dear viewers, is where do you think Spike was during this whole story? This was Pink-Mended Sparkles. Thank you, Silk Rose, for making such a wonderful story. The link will be in the description below. And thank you, listeners, for joining me on this exciting adventure. This is Open Air, signing off. But don't worry, I'll be back soon with another FIM Fiction Roulette. Ready to begin? Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I really liked it. You are creative. Okay. I don't know about that. What was Pinky's story alluding to? Oh, come on. It was so fucking obvious. What the fuck are you talking about? I hear the door open and Fluttershy say, "Hello, girl." Oh, gosh, that's not Fluttershy. I say as I try not to focus on the blush that just took up residence on my face.